So after the train wreck that was the Shadows fight, we're here in Berkenworth, ready to give Rom a good fisting. So you'll see that there's an enemy here, an enemy there, and an enemy there. Now if you just run off right here, you'll aggro both of these guys. So you want to wait for that one to go to the steps, and then R1, L1, L1, R1 this guy, and then this guy that just went up the steps will go left. He shouldn't aggro, so you can just sort of hug the right and follow this building around. There will be two enemies that drop down from the top. You'll hear them right there. And I open this gate just for safety, just in case I die to the NPC hunter that's in here. So this is a trick I learned from watching no-hit runs. You can hide sort of under the stairs, and she will walk over to the sofas where the chest is that has the student trousers and the student like shirt, and she'll just sort of hang there. Here she came down the steps, which is fine. You can just run past her, but she is hard as fuck. You know, she's not an easy fight. Way harder than fucking Rom. I know Rom gives a lot of people difficulties, and it can be an overwhelming fight. You know, you have Rom to deal with, you have all the spiders, you have the arcane attacks that Rom does. You know, Rom is very hard to fight up close. Rom can be hard to fight at a distance. So Rom can be hard if you let her go to the second or third phase. Here she doesn't get out of this phase. Now in this phase she won't hit you, she won't attack you, she's not aggressive. All you gotta do is activate the fight. You don't want to do damage to her. You just want to get her attention. Or at least do, you know, the amount of damage that a bullet does, which is, you know, nothing. So make sure you kill all the spiders. What you can do is, a beast blood pellet usually lasts, I think, around 60 seconds. So if you're quick, you can be building beast meter on the spiders. I don't do that. I just take care of them, and then I have another way that I build beast meter. Again, this is a no-hit run strategy. A lot of the stuff in this run is a mix, I think, of no-hit strats, speed run strats, safety strats. It's kind of a mix of a lot of different stuff, but it's none of those things in total. I am not a huge fan of speed running this game. I love speedruns. I love to speedrun games like Silent Hill 2, Resident Evil 3, older games like that. So, okay, so what you want to do here is you want to unequip all of your weapons, your gun, your saw cleaver, and then R1, L1, L1, her head. Her head takes really no damage. You can see 7. And you just want to fill the beast meter up. That's what this is. See, I like to speedrun older games like that. I'm not a big fan of speedrunning games like this, though. I'm not entirely sure why, to be honest with you. But that's just the way it is. But I do like to have efficient runs, you know, with games like Bloodborne, Dark Souls. I think that's what this is. So here, R1, L1, L1, and she's knocked out of her transition, and the damage is just crazy, and she's done. So Rom does not have to be that hard. And I think this whole image here is beautiful. This cutscene, I think, is just... it's fucking lovely. It's lovely. So there was a bit of an issue. I beat Rom. I went to Yahar'gul. Um, I I lit the lamp, and I went back to the Hunter's Dream, and well, you'll see what I do. But I ran Yahar'gul, and I got to the one Reborn, and I died, and I didn't have time to run it again from the Yahar'gul Chapel lamp. So I did a quit out, and I don't exactly know what happened, but I didn't save the video of the Yahar'gul run. So, oh, but I had, when I'd come back, I had, I did the Yahar'gul run again. I beat the one Reborn after having to do another quit out. There was some life stuff, and it was kind of a staggered run. I couldn't do it all in one sitting. But the run of Yahar'gul didn't get saved. The only thing that I had actually saved was the fight against the one Reborn. So that's lovely. But I came up with a bit of a solution. I went back to my first build ever in Bloodborne that I still have saved. It's like level 300. And I ran Yahar'gul again with that character, the way that I run it with any character. And I think it worked out. And then we end with a legit fight against the one Reborn with this build right here. So, technology fucking me. Or my own fucking fault. So there's a chunk right over here that you'll want to get. There are lots of chunks in Yahar'gul that I'm going to point out. So since we beat Rom, we can go back to Central Yharnam and get the Clawmark rune from Gilbert's, I think his name is Gilbert, from his window. The Clawmark rune gives a 20% increase in visceral attack, and that's really good. That's pretty good. I love the Clawmark rune. So here I go and I sort of tiddlywink fuck about with my runes. You can also, now that Rom is dead, go back to Yosefka's clinic and you can get the second umbilical cord. I don't right here because we're not rushing to Moon Presence, and I still have to go back and clean up Cleric Beast. I'm going to do that later. So I just sort of save that.
Welcome.
And we're pushing, I think right now, yeah, 40 strength. And that's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Not quite at 30, 35 skill yet, but we're getting there. So here, oh, this is when I go get the Clawmark rune. Right. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of doing like speed runs in this game. The Blood level 4 run, it can be fun. It's pretty cool. I don't treat it as a speed run. I'm very casual and relaxed about it. But long ago, I really loved running the Silent Hill games, the Resident Evil games, the early ones, 1 through 3. And I loved running Grand Theft Auto 3 for whatever reason. That was a big thing I used to be into. This is all before YouTube and all that. This was all just my buddies and I just, bragging rights. And then Ninja Gaiden Black came along, and somewhere between 800 and 1,000 hours in Ninja Gaiden Black, man. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. I destroyed that game wall to wall. So here, I think, is when I do a little bit of a... Yeah. Here is when I introduce you to my original build. That reminds me of Resident Evil 7. So here I am with the Braider fashion. And so you just want to run down, run past all these guys, watch the riflemen, go through this door over here. You're not worried about fighting anybody unless you just want the echoes, or, you know, if you want to do like a 100% all things die kind of run. So in the other build, the one that didn't get saved, we had 4 blue elixirs, if you remember, right? From the hut in Forbidden Woods. I don't think I use more than 4. You really don't need 4, to be real with you, but I go ahead and use 4. So, and one of the most pain in the ass areas in this whole fucking game is coming up right here. Now, right to the left, right to the left there by those steps is some chunks that you should grab. There's a cold blood dew right there. You kind of saw the light from it. I always kill this this Bell Maiden just to now this is where the upper Cathedral Ward key is, on that body in the chair. Obviously I'd already got it in this run, but you want to get that. Then you'll run back up here, back to where I said that chunk was by the steps that you will want to get. It's safe to grab it. I've never had any of the witches aggro on me grabbing that chunk. So now you got just a shit ton of witches, man, and you have this lesser Amy with a fucking laser. But if you hug the left right there, you should be fine. Now the lamp will pop up. Run to the left, and there's going to be a wandering nightmare right outside this door. If you have the blue elixir on, it won't alert and skitter away. Now here, watch these pro moves. Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ. MLG, bitches. So you can throw a cocktail and distract these just pain in the dick dogs. Now, in Hypogean Jail, we opened up this shortcut over here, this door, and it'll stay open in Yahar'gul. I didn't in this build because, fuck it. But you can avoid these 3 NPC hunters by going through that door if you opened it in Hypogean Jail. Right. So there's really only one other really important thing we gotta get. There were some chunks back there if you ran the opposite way. You can grab them if you really need to, but you're gonna get more than enough in Nightmare Mensis to get to a +9. Okay, so here, kill the rifleman, or else he's gonna shoot you and ruin your day. Now over here, this werewolf, it's a werewolf, is guarding a gem that you want to get. It's an 18%, it's a plus 18% physical attack gem, and you get 2 of those in the game. You get one there, and then you get one in Nightmare Mensis that's guarded by some Winter Lanterns. So you want that one, definitely. Well, you want both, but you definitely want to grab that. An easy way to go about it is if you have the blue elixir on, you can charge dart to the back of the werewolf body part thing, and then visceral attack, and it should be dead. And then you can grab it. Okay, now we're back to the build that we've been using this whole time. And I did die to the one Reborn earlier, and I'm gonna tell you fucking why I died to the one Reborn. So the one Reborn is a very easy boss for the most part, you know. However, this build, we don't level vitality. So, I mean, you still have the same amount of health that you had at the beginning of the game, right? At least I do in this run. So even though the one Reborn is easy in the sense that the strategy to beat it is quick and dirty, and It's not complicated as a boss, like it doesn't have a complex moveset. It does hit very, very hard, so, and it's not like the attacks that it does are sort of like a quick one, and then you can, you know, you have like a lot of time to move. When it rains those bodies down, it can catch you in like a juggle. And especially if you're using beast blood pellets, where you take increased damage. I mean, 2 hits from the boss. It's 1 or 2 hits and you're dead. Watch, see, if that right there had hit me, I would have been dead again. So again, about managing greed and just, you know, being cautious with this low level of health this late in the game. So all the limbs can be broken and staggered. You know, R1, L1, the limbs just walk around, same way you did with Parl, same way you did with Amelia. And you can see that, I mean, the boss isn't even moving. It's just sort of kept staggered. And now you can do damage to the head. And easy boss. Easy boss. So after this, we head into Nightmare Mensis to go after Mikalosh, and at some point we're going to have to run Upper Cathedral Ward. So that's next.